What is up, my guys?
Hi, guys. Welcome back to episode 2 of Sis and Spill.
Woohoo!
I'm Tay.
I'm Jules.
And
It's
here
fucking
we go.
Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. All right, dude. How was your weekend? Juliet went to a wedding.
I did. I went to my stepbrother's wedding. It was a week-long festivity, Tuesday to Sunday. And let's
That's
just say
wild.
I was drunk Tuesday to Sunday.
You guys look like you did a bunch of stuff though.
We did. So Tuesday, we got there. It's like 2 hours from Phoenix Airport. It was in Prescott, Arizona. So that night we had dinner, and then Wednesday we went to the Grand Canyon. Whole day thing, 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m. We were there. We did like the whole train thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it was fun. It was really beautiful, magical, all the
nice.
things. And then Thursday we went shopping in downtown Prescott. Got these overalls there.
Love a good grandma vibe.
I
Love.
love it.
Nice.
Friday was rehearsal for the wedding. I was in the wedding as well, so I was a
Right.
bridesmaid. So we had to do rehearsal and then the rehearsal dinner. It was gorgeous though. Like it was so
Cool.
pretty. It was
Nice.
snowing.
What?
Snowing. Yeah. Snowing some because it's in the mountains in Arizona. So like the weather was like it was like sunny, then raining, then snowing. It was crazy. Yeah.
How was the weather for their day of?
Amazing. It was sunny and it was like 60 degrees,
Perfect.
but at least it was sunny.
Nice. Okay.
So it was a
Nice.
good time.
Perfect.
But on Friday
Aw.
morning, no, Saturday morning was like we had to wake up at 8 a.m. to go to
Yeah.
the bride's place and get ready with her. I
Right.
woke up drunk as fuck. Like I was supposed to be on the bus at 8:45. I woke up at 8:20. I was supposed to be showered, my hair blow dried, and all my things packed to get ready. I get out of the bed, I'm like stumbling, and I was sharing a room with Wyatt, my other brother, and
Yeah.
I'm stumbling. He's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, I'm not okay." It was so bad. It was
Why it's
so
like
bad.
you gotta go.
Yeah. And I somehow managed to get there on time, but I was drunk, and they were like, "Just drink a mimosa, like you'll feel better." So I had a
Yeah. I
mimosa.
guess you kind of have to like keep it going, right?
I did.
Shoot.
Yeah, I kept
Damn.
it going.
The way I would have killed you if you showed up drunk for my wedding.
Honestly, people were like, "We don't really notice," and I was like, "Okay, that's good."
Yeah. True. Okay.
So I was
Okay.
handling myself, but I was down
Oh
bad.
my God. Well, that's exciting. I'm really happy for Austin. I've never
Yeah,
met Paige.
she's great. I love them.
Nice.
What
Love
did you do this weekend?
nothing. No. Okay, so on my 2025 bingo card, I put that like we wanted to try new restaurants. So we actually did go to a new restaurant this morning, this weekend, and
This morning, I was like, "It's not the weekend."
hell no. It was good. George loved it because they had spaghetti and
Oh.
it was fun. And then I honestly tried to just think of anything possible that we could do to change it up inside because it was so rainy all weekend. Like we've
Yeah.
had flood watches
Oh,
since last,
shit.
yeah, since last Thursday.
Holy fuck.
Have you seen any of the videos?
No.
No,
No.
there's like a lot of areas that have like full
Flooding.
devastation, full houses. No, it's bad. It's very, very bad. Cincinnati, Kentucky area. And Emma's my sister-in-law's in Cincinnati. Her area, she's all right, but Kentucky, which is right next door,
Yeah.
there's a lot of area. It's just a lot more than Kentucky, actually. It's really bad. Yeah, you'll probably, I don't know, our phones are listening to us. You'll probably see it after this.
Yeah,
But
later today. And he was sick this past week, so, right?
um he was sick. So he's George, my son is full-time daycare baby. We both work full-time. And he was sick, Tuesday fever. So the 24-hour rule, you can't bring him back to daycare the next day, which is fine. He did not need to go to daycare the next day. So Tuesday sick, home. Wednesday, home. Thursday, he was still looking a little dicey. He hadn't had a fever since Tuesday, but I felt so guilty. I was like, we cannot send him. He is
Yeah.
not himself. Like he wasn't sick in a policy sense, but he was ill.
Yeah. He looked
And
rough. He looked
and then
rough.
you saw the picture, like he looked bad.
He looked bad.
Bad. And like the drool, like the teething, everything was happening for him at once. I felt so bad. Friday morning rolls around and I'm like, you know what? He is still not 100%, but there's no way I can go into this weekend without getting one break from George.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but okay, with you being gone since last Tuesday, did you catch up on any of our shows?
I did. I
Good
did.
job.
I think I watched them Wednesday was Summer House,
Okay,
right?
good job. Yeah.
And then I watched Southern Charm. I don't know
Oh,
how, but I did. At night,
wow.
I was like drunk, but I was tuning in. I was like,
Wow,
I need
good
to watch this. I
job.
know.
Wait, I'm
I
proud.
know. I
Okay.
know.
I would have never. Okay, wait, let's just go. Let's chat Summer House. It's actually ramping up. I'm
It's
excited.
getting so good. It's getting so good.
I liked the vibes from this episode too. Like they actually seemed like they were out like doing things. They
Yeah.
did the kickball. Like I know last week we kind of talked about like the format needs to change. They're in bed a lot. We're over it. But
Yeah. In better partying. This episode started off with Lexi and Jesse becoming exclusive, right?
yes.
Okay. I was like, this is crazy because I don't think they should be exclusive.
Well, did you see that Jesse and Sierra are together now?
What?
Yeah, dude.
What? I did not see that. What are you talking about?
April Fools, but I didn't see you on April.
Bruh, I was literally about to die. I was like, there's no fucking way.
Some mom posted it on Facebook and I was screaming. I was like so excited. And then all the comments, April Fools. I was like, I can't wait to tell Juliana this.
I literally, my heart just dropped. I was like, there's
No.
no fucking way.
No, there's no way. But I think that Jesse made it exclusive with Lexi so quickly because he knows that he did not act right last
Appropriately while
weekend.
she was gone.
He's just trying to cover it up a little bit.
Okay, I agree with that.
And then Bailey came back into the episode out of the blue. Like, I have no idea where she's been.
Well, apparently she was like not in the show anymore because she was telling people things on the side, and production was like, you can't be telling people what we're filming or what's going on
I
while we
thought it was
film.
because she had a boyfriend and she told production she didn't
She
have a
didn't.
boyfriend. That's what Lindsay said in a confessional.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. That makes a lot more sense. Well, I thought the first episode too was a little weird. Like everyone was giving Lexi so much attention, but not really her. And I was like, that's a little weird. Like it was kind of
That's
odd.
just the power of editing,
That's
I
true.
think.
They're like, let's edit this bitch out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and then she's all of a sudden back to Carl's event and then kickball. What do you think of Carl's bar?
Okay. I'm just like, at this point though, it's like going to a restaurant. I don't understand the difference. But I get the mocktails and stuff like that, like sober bar. I
Yeah.
just don't know how well it's gonna last.
I don't know. I think
Because it's like, what if you have a sober friend but you're not sober?
that's what I was gonna say. So like I love the idea of like him having a bar for people that are in like the different phases of life. Like the idea of like for pregnant women, for people that are recovering, for individuals that just want the lifestyle change. And I think I'm even one of those individuals that like lives in the gray area of where I didn't have a substance issue. I'm currently not pregnant, but I no longer drink.
Yeah.
And it's just because I can't figure out what is wrong with me.
Alcohol hates you.
Anything I try is single sip, and I am shitting myself and throwing up immediately. So It's good times. Um, yeah, so I like that, but anytime I go out with a friend, even when I know they have good mocktails, I like knowing there's an option for them. Like,
Yeah,
you should both be able to get what you want.
I agree.
So I don't know how it's going to do,
Work out. Also, right, it's only like pop-ups. He
I
doesn't have
guess.
like a set place, which also is kind of like weird.
Yeah, yeah, I have
I
no
I
clue.
love like Paige and them being like, we love him so much,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
don't think it's gonna work.
And every single one of them going like, but even if it fails, he had fun. And you're
He
like,
he loves this. I was like, hell yeah, he's passionate about it. That's all that matters.
but even if it did fail and it only turned into like a not a food truck situation, but maybe a food truck situation, people hire those things for events. Like
All
I
the
would
time,
too.
yeah.
The event that I've gone to every single year, they have mocktail
Pop-ups. Like,
trucks,
okay.
like a little truck situation. And there was multiple people grabbing things. I don't know.
So he could like go into that for sure.
He
That'd be
could.
cool. I just sometimes I feel bad for him. And then that girl that he has been inviting places, I don't know. They don't seem like they're vibing too hard.
Their their timelines are sketchy and we're going to find out more. Did you latch on to like what Gabby pointed out about wait, she was
No,
getting, yes, you didn't, okay. It might have been because you watched the episode while you were drunk in Arizona,
probably.
but literally,
Probably. That makes
okay.
sense.
So, you know, Carl's girl, not the girl Carl is talking to
Yeah.
right now. It was like a connection through parents. But that connection and her DMing him occurred, I guess, over a year ago when he was still engaged to Lindsay.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So Carl breaking off the engagement so out of the blue, like automatically Lindsay's like,
That's
well,
weird. And now you're
that's
talking to
weird.
her.
But it did like a bit of the preview to next week, I think dives into that more. I
Okay.
think. Like,
Well, my thing is,
we'll see.
Carl, before he got sober, was kind of like a shitty, not a shitty guy, but like a fuck boy.
Look, people can't, you know what? I'm feeling like this is the Craig situation again.
People forget.
People forget the season one. You guys,
Oh,
if you need a refresher, go
go
watch
watch.
season one of Southern Charm,
Yeah.
sorry, Summer
Summer
House,
House.
and you will see the Workus sisters, right?
Yeah,
Workus,
and he's
the
playing,
twins.
yeah, and he's
He's
playing that girl hard.
Yes, Lauren,
Hard, yeah.
and she was in the house. She lived in the house.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like,
And I'm like, I feel like just because you get sober doesn't mean everything changes. Like he could still have
no,
tendencies to text other girls, especially if you're that like vulnerable about yourself or like insecure. I don't know. I
yeah,
see it happening.
yeah. I'm sober. I'm still a piece of shit. Nothing changes.
Period.
I still don't wake up early. Nothing
Nothing
changes.
changes.
Not for me, and not for
Not for
Carl.
Carl. No,
No,
seriously.
I. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I like that he's dating again. I guess it's gonna make it
Yeah.
interesting, though.
Yeah.
I'm
And
actually
Lindsay like
excited.
does not fuck with him at all, which
No,
is funny.
no. I feel like they're doing actually fairly well coexisting though.
Oh, agreed. I think it's because she's pregnant. I think if she wasn't pregnant, it would be a lot different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I don't think she's with baby daddy present day anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But that's okay. She got what she needed from him.
Baby.
And when Lindsay has a plan, Lindsay has a plan.
Lindsay succeeds. I
Succeeds with
honestly
a plan.
love Lindsay. I think she's so funny.
I applaud her. I remember her PowerPoint presentations that she gave boyfriends about how they need to shape up.
Yeah, and
I think she knows what she wants. I actually went back to find the PowerPoint of when Lindsay laid out the years in which certain things are going to happen.
mm,
Obviously, the wedding year didn't pan
match
out,
up.
but she is I think she's only a couple years off from when she said she was going to have a kid. And she made it happen in one way or another.
She manifested that
She,
shit.
she manifested through PowerPoints.
Yeah. And I'm sure if she didn't like get pregnant by this guy, she would have for sure done like something
Yes.
else.
Yeah, why not? She would have got
Yeah.
sponsored for it. Like, come, let's get
Yeah.
IVF together.
Her a couple weeks ago, her posting the that she's pregnant through the Clear Blue thing right after she told the group that she
Oh,
was
yeah.
pregnant,
Oh, yeah.
like a minute after.
Yeah. Yeah. It's brilliant.
Oh,
She
I
got,
love
yeah.
her.
Madison from Southern Charm.
She's
She
also
also, she's
sponsored.
sponsored by Clear Blue.
I'm like,
Perfect.
that's crazy. And
Good
she's
for
sponsored
them.
by like Madison sponsored by like Amazon. So she's like gender reveal, tune into Amazon to
That's
see what the gender is.
crazy. I can't, like, I love Madison. I did
I
not like
love
Madison for a
Madison.
while though. Like, I would text Emma saying how much I need her off my
Why didn't you
screen.
like her?
Maybe it was Austin.
For
I
sure.
was clouded judgment with how she was with him.
And
I don't
Shep
know.
didn't like her.
Like,
Craig
a
didn't
lot
like
of people
her.
didn't like her. So I
Yeah.
think I was brainwashed.
Well, her worst moment I think is whenever she said in front of everyone that Shep gave Danny chlamydia like out of nowhere. And that's when people were like, that's fucked up. Danny has not done a single thing to you.
I really, really liked Danny. Like, Danny and Catherine, they can come back.
They can. Catherine, I think, just got a DUI like a year and a half ago.
She
So
can she can come back.
can come back. Give her, I don't know. They're crazy, but that was fucked up of her to do to Danny for sure.
Right. Like, sitting on
And
the
then
couch. She was
she was
chilling.
just sitting
And
there.
she was
And
like,
then Madison goes, "Oh, I know some fucked up things you did, Shep." He's like, "What?" I heard you gave her chlamydia. I was like, bruh, there's no fucking way. And then at the reunion, um, they're like, Austin must have lied about that. Like, he must have lied to Madison. And they're like, Austin's like, I wouldn't lie about that. And they're like, you lied. Like, convincing him, like, just say you lied or something so this
yeah.
isn't so fucking weird.
Okay, well, while we're talking about Southern Charm, I wasn't as like obsessed with part two of the reunion. I don't know. Wait, what do you think about part two of reunion?
So I was a little tipsy as well. So I'm just going to ask if this is Patty, Patricia. She's
Came
on
on
part
for a
two,
few.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, what else happened? Craig and Austin talked it out, right?
They show a montage of Craig lying, and he doesn't
And
fess up
and
to
he goes,
lying.
I never lied on camera. Right after they just showed him lying on camera.
Andy Cohen is like dumbfounded. Andy's like, did you
He's
not
like
like
he's
production
like,
just put
Craig,
that montage?
you
It's
lied.
what we were literally talking about this last week about people need to remember season one. They displayed it perfectly, took Craig on a platter of,
Yeah.
look, Craig, all the law school stuff, all like everything.
Everything.
They put it in a montage,
And he's
and
like,
then
well, I didn't
and
lie
Shep
about the
said,
bar.
yeah. And Shep was like, listen, Craig, you also were abusing various substances. So right now, it's really, really okay for you to look back and be like,
Yeah,
I
I
wasn't
lied.
in a good place. I lied. And he still didn't take any
He's like,
accountability.
I
Literally,
don't lie on camera.
I would not touch that man with a 10-foot pole. Like,
I'm done with him.
no, no, I'm
He gives
done.
me the ick. And after watching the Summer House of Paige,
Yeah.
she's like falling out of love with him. It gives me more of an ick of
It's
like, how
so
can't you see it?
obvious.
I know. But also, his Watch What Happens Live. Did you watch? He's dating a
No.
girl.
The buffet.
Yes,
Um,
Natalie.
Natalie.
She's blonde, tall,
She's
hot.
the daughter. She's a nepo baby, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
apparently they're dating.
yeah, I'm sure.
Like go off, but and he's talking about how he bought Paige a ring and all this stuff, and I'm like, Mm,
On the okay, Craig on the reunion also, they were like, and you bought her a ring. Garrett, because Garrett watches like the juicy stuff with me.
yeah.
Him and I snap our heads like at each other after because Craig goes, yeah, I got her the 3.5 emerald cut carat
Cushion,
with
some shit.
cushion with diamonds around the band ring. Yeah. And we were like, you could have just said, yeah, you got the ring. Like
Yeah, why are
everything
you?
about it's it's just so I
It's
know
just
for a
like a
fact that like
show.
Paige could literally buy his company, just like she said this with Loverboy. She could buy and sell his company, and I love
I love it.
that. So if talking about a ring size and never taking accountability makes you feel better, I feel bad for the woman that
Oh,
you end up
same.
with.
Yeah,
But
so do I. He's just like he's also 30 something. Like I don't know.
I know.
It's kind of a lot.
Yeah.
And then Molly and Shep.
Molly and Shep. I like Molly. I
I do
think
too.
Molly and Sally are fantastic, like additions to the group. I don't know why Taylor and Rod are still there.
Taylor can fuck right off. Right
I
off.
need her to just randomly appear. So she appears, by the way, I know you don't watch Southern Hospitality. She appears on random Southern Hospitality episodes because she's more so friends with that circle
Okay.
of people.
Workers
And
or like Leva
workers and
workers.
probably and level, but
Okay.
Leva's not on it as much. And she just doesn't, I don't think she has a place on Southern Charm anymore. I think her, Rod, and Leva,
Which one was Rod? Rod is like
he's the
there's
gay with the glasses
okay.
that always sits next to her.
Okay. But there was also another guy that said something about JT. I forget his name.
Ryan?
Ryan. I think Ryan. He was
Oh,
also trying
he's,
to stir the pot and I don't think
yeah.
he should I don't know. I can like Rod if he's not up Taylor's ass. I think he
Yeah.
would be better without Taylor there.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Because whenever she's not around, I feel like he's kind of funny and I like him. But whenever she is around, he's like kind of defensive of her. Like the whole Gaston thing or whatever the fuck and the Sally thing. I don't know. I believe Sally. I think Gaston might be a piece of shit. He's not been on this season one
At
time,
all.
like
At
at an
all.
event or anything. Like you can't make time to show up for your girlfriend when she's
No.
feels awkward. Like the
Yeah.
least you can do is be there with her and be
Yeah.
awkward with her.
And Taylor is always like, I'm so happy. I'm about to get engaged in a year.
And
Then
she doesn't
why?
seem happy.
No, at any chance you get, you bring up your ex-boyfriend cheating on you.
She brought it up at the
Move
reunion.
on. I know.
I
Like
was
we've
like,
been
this seems
here
like you're
before.
hurt. Yeah.
This is all you've provided to the show.
Well, also, we forget, once again, we forget literally last year what she did to her best friend Olivia by hooking up with Austin. That's fucked up.
Get
That
her
was
out.
fucked up.
Get her out. I'm done.
I'm done with her.
I'm done. I'm done with the sparkle dress that looks like it was for prom. I'm done. Get her over.
I can't with her anymore.
I'm excited for next season. I really feel like Southern Charm next season, maybe they will just give us what we
We
need.
want. I want to see more of Austin with his girlfriend because that'll
Yes.
be cute. I want to see Madison's gonna have her baby or be pregnant. That'll be
Yep.
fun.
Yeah, that will be, oof, yeah, she'll be in the trenches. And then I mean, she will be.
She will.
She's selling her house and it's so cute.
In Charleston?
Yeah, she's sold the house that was like on this season that we saw.
I'm like, maybe I can buy it with my $100 checking account.
$100 checking account. Oh, this is a perfect time for a Jules job update.
I have no updates.
None?
None. I got an email on Thursday because the owner's dad passed away. And so she texted me on Thursday saying that he's still been out and that she can't do anything until he gives her the next steps. So I'm literally just waiting. But on Saturday at the wedding, my brother's stepdad introduced me. His name's Greg. He introduced me to like a guy there and was like, text him next week and he can help you get a job if you need one still.
feel like you should explore that
I
regardless.
will. I will. But
Okay.
he has connections. It's LA, New York, Philadelphia, or Washington, D.C. So I would have to move.
Wow.
I know. But we'll see. Hopefully I hear back this week before I text him,
Right.
like, and have a definite answer so I can go into it with like that headspace.
Yeah. I mean, you should still explore that option regardless so that you can compare it.
Yeah, I'm gonna like keep the connect too. I need to keep the
Yeah.
connection.
Who knows? You could be texting him and find out more information. It can be something
Yeah.
that completely doesn't even work for you.
Yeah. You'll have to help me draft a text.
Okay. Yep.
So we'll do that. We'll do that.
Guys, I am just the job big sister. I cleaned up this girl's resume. It's like it was the craziest resume that I've ever seen.
Be
It was
for
a
real. Was it really? Come
it was
on.
it was just really, really long and wordy. I thought I was like we were flipping. There
It
was
was like 2 pages.
and a lot of words
A lot.
about like Nordstrom.
Honestly, like I use ChatGPT for like a lot of it, so
You don't,
that's
yeah.
probably why.
Yeah. But okay, we'll draft a text. Oh my God. Okay, so hold on. This last week, I'm going to talk about it because Jane or Meg won't care.
Okay.
I already texted Jane and Meg about it. Jane and
Okay.
Meg are my other little sisters. They are going to Lala and they didn't even invite me.
That's
And I
they didn't invite me. The fuck?
you're not the blood sister.
I don't care. We have a group chat without you and we be
I
texting.
know.
So, but you live so close. Like that's actually so sad that you didn't get an invite.
See?
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah,
And
all the
the lineup is crazy this year.
Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo, like everybody that makes
You
like
die.
yeah, so basically they didn't and I was so sad. So I texted Jane and Meg last week when I saw that they were going and I said, "You guys really hurt my feelings for not inviting me."
They're like, we don't give a fuck.
Well, I said because
Garrett in the background. Garrett's right behind you. Wait, ask him, is he wearing the default fit?
Garrett, honey.
He's gonna pretend not to hear you, or he has his headphones on.
He has his gamer headphones on. He's gaming.
So what did they respond?
Well, actually, Jane was really nice about it. So I said, "Are you guys going to Lala?" And Meg said, "Yes, we are." I said, "I'm not going to lie. I would have loved to be invited. And I don't mean that in a passive aggressive way, but Chicago is so close to us and we don't get together as often as we used to for events and stuff. So I would have loved to be thought of." Yes, it was a little dramatic of me too.
But at least you got your feelings out there. Like, that's good.
Yeah. I said, well, Jane was super nice. And then I was like, thank you for understanding. And you know how I am. I like to say something, then feel butthurt about something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did Jane say? She was just like, sorry.
Yeah, basically. I mean, Meg was like, it all happened so fast, like buying I was like, girl, you could text really fast. But
Why don't we go and just crash their party? I want to go
they're
so bad.
okay, so they're only going one day. They're only going on the day it's Rufus.
Okay. I don't know
And
what day that is.
I'm not going to lie. That would have been the day I wouldn't have selected.
Let's just go the whole weekend.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd much rather like if I'm gonna go to that event, I want to go make sure I'm going on the right day. So,
Yeah, agreed.
TBD because now they're sold out, but there's waitlist and then resale. So I don't really know what I'm going to do, but it's so close. I mean, average, we're probably in Chicago like once a month.
Yeah,
So I think that's why I was butthurt. I was like, Jane's in
Megs.
Boston, Meg's in Chicago, my mom's in California, I'm in Ohio. So I'm like, any opportunity where like more than one of us gets together, I like really want to get together.
Yeah. Well, it'd also be nice too, because they'll be in Chicago for the night. Like,
Yeah.
even if you weren't, are they going for the weekend or just,
Yeah. We might go for the weekend.
and then you could still see them. That would be
Yeah.
nice, but you don't
Yeah.
have to go to the festival.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better to get things off your chest than let them linger, because then what's the point of that?
I'm just a really sensitive girl. Okay. No one's going to see this video, so tell us the tea from the wedding.
Okay, so there was this man there, and he's like like a family friend, right? And this other one of the bridesmaids, she brought her best friend, but no one knew her. Like she was new, like everyone met her, the bride, my brother, everyone met her for the first time at this wedding.
Okay.
But I guess she's married. And so she was like talking to this other guy that was single at the wedding, and someone was like, are you going to try to hook up with him? And she was like, "How dare you say that? I'm a married woman. Like that's so disrespectful." So it's clear that she is married at this point.
Okay.
So our family friend starts chatting with her after the wedding on Saturday. It's like 12 at night. They're
Yeah.
chatting it up, and I was just like, I looked at one of the guys and I was like, I was like, he's gonna try to hook up with her. And they were like, she's married though, like that's not gonna happen. And I was like, you'd be surprised. So the family friend comes up to me, we're talking about stuff, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go like talk to her again. And I was like, isn't she married? And he was like, yeah, I asked her twice and she said yes both times, but I'm so persistent. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's not a good sign. So then a bunch of us are walking back to our like other room, and you have to go outside, and he's walking with us because he's in the same house as us. And he's like, oh, I'm just gonna like hang out by the fireplace for a little bit, like by myself. And we were all
Okay.
like, okay. So we walk away. The girl comes out of the house, sits on his lap at the fireplace, and then they both start walking to her room. Next morning, found out they hooked up. Yeah, yeah. And she's married. I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's bad.
It's really bad. And no one would ever find out because we don't know who her husband is
Yeah.
or like any of that.
Yeah, like the connection was so like friend of a friend of
But
a friend or whatever.
yeah.
Damn.
Any
Well,
advice on that?
no. No, no advice. You don't know her, you don't know him, not your problem.
It's a bad look.
That's really bad. Do you know him though?
Yeah, and it's a bad, but he is that type of person.
That's gross.
Like he's like, I'm a godly guy, but like he then
No,
goes and does stuff like that. So,
no, no.
and I know.
It's always people with the damn verses in their bio.
Exactly. Um,
No.
I just felt bad too, though, for like the friend that brought her because it's like she was also like mad that that happened. She was kind of like embarrassed
Yeah,
that she would do that.
right.
Like, I just couldn't imagine, like, imagine your wife going to a wedding and cheating on you and you're just never gonna know about it. That sucks.
Okay. But I'm a big like karma person. Like there's going to be a time where maybe she's done this before. It's just going to catch up to her and
Yeah.
he will hopefully find out the type of person they are
Yeah.
sooner than later. God damn. I mean,
Well, what I
that's
thought was a red flag, she wasn't wearing her ring, but she's telling people she's married. So it's like, why aren't you wearing the ring though? Like, I don't know.
especially I mean, it sounds like she's really playing into the whole I'm married.
Like,
Well,
how dare you disrespect me?
then wear the ring.
And the next morning she said like two words.
Bro, I've witnessed men take off their rings before.
You
It's
were a
crazy.
victim to that. You were a victim to the ringless man at.
We're not talking about that. Yeah, I was. Yes.
That was actually the
I
first. Okay, you gotta tell the story.
I don't remember the story.
I remember the story.
I don't know if I want the story.
Don't say the story. She was just a victim, and he was a piece of shit.
And I was so young.
You were like,
I was 20. It was before I moved to Ohio.
and to be fair, he was really attractive and ringless. And he played into the I'm not married.
Yeah, no, I didn't know.
You did not know at all, which was so fucked up.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. Thinking about that is actually crazy because he did that at a wedding where many people knew him.
So many people. And this is, I'm not going to say whatever happened, but whenever people found out that he was like really trying to go after you and like you were also into him, because he was really nice, attractive guy. Like from the outside, you think he was great. And I remember, I think John found out, like one of our, like my dad's best friend, and he
Yeah.
was like, "You need to leave." He was like, "If you ever talk to her again, like we're like it's not going to be good. Like you have to go home now."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I think after that, everything was kind of weird with him. Like everyone was like not wanting to be friends.
But thank God he was told to leave because I don't know where the night would have gone.
Oh, I don't either. I'm
Like
that.
what we didn't even pass first base.
Yeah,
And thankfully so. Oh my God.
yeah. I
Dude,
just, I
what
just,
is with that?
I don't know because it's like you're everyone here except for the person that doesn't live here and has never met you knows you're married. Like, what are you doing, brother?
Yeah, because it was a small wedding. Like
No shit,
he,
a backyard wedding with
yeah.
like 50 people.
Well, okay, the more I'm thinking about that, that's bad. I would witness people taking off their, because I like, so I was a bartender the second I turned 21 up until I was 12 weeks pregnant with George. It's just such a good job throughout school, grad school, and then it's just good side money. So I just from bartending for I don't know what did it end up being. I was pregnant with George when I was 29.
Yeah.
So I was a bartender for 8 years. So many people I would witness that started off happy hour with a ring and ended happy hour without a ring on.
And you can't even say anything either, which is crazy.
No. I mean, some of them would be regulars and sometimes I would see
Was
their wife. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then it's just crazy to act to do that period is insane and unacceptable, but to be a regular, and I know I cannot be in the minority with this, with other people like noticing, like we would get repeat guys who were definitely going on Bumble dates, but that was just like
Yeah.
they were dating. They would come to the
They're
happy
not
hour all the time.
married. Yeah.
We had a fantastic happy hour in the short north. Like if you're from Columbus, Ohio, you've probably been to a Forno happy hour. Like but so like those repeat guys that would like come with various like girls and they would be on like a cutesy date, no problem. But then the others where you would see like some shady stuff
And then their wife after.
and then their
That's crazy. And I just don't know how people do that.
no.
I would just feel way too
Just
guilty.
why be married? Why?
Why? Yeah,
Why?
what's the point?
Like, what is the point? And I feel like, especially now, like, there's so many people that are like, they're just in long-term partnerships and they're not
Hmm.
married. Our neighbors, we just found out like 2 weeks ago that they're not married. I would have never known.
Yeah.
They have kids, they have a home, they're an amazing couple. Like, I would have never known they weren't married. So, for those other type of people, why? Why?
What's stopping you?
I
Why
don't
are
know.
you hurting someone else? Like, just
And
end it.
dude, I don't know. I think dating is freaking terrifying. Are you talking to anybody right now?
No, I'm not,
Are you attempting to,
sadly.
or do you even care?
I don't even care. I think for
Yeah,
right now, I just need to focus on myself. I need to find a fucking job. I need a job.
I know.
I need a job, not a man. I need a job. So that is my main focus right now.
Yeah. No, I know. Because what if you do end up like talking to that one person and they only have opportunities for you elsewhere too?
Yeah, exactly. It's just not worth it for me right now. And
No,
I don't want to deal with another emotional thing.
no. I
Takes too
mean,
much time.
we can always talk about your little army man.
Who?
I don't know his
Oh,
name. I think his name started with an A.
yeah, AJ. Yeah, maybe next
So,
week.
Julia, was okay, maybe
So
next week. Or I don't know.
this is like a 30-minute story, low
Okay,
key.
no. We are going to save who love bombed my sister for episode 3. Okay?
I got love bombed hard.
Hard.
Like harder than I've ever known someone else get love
Met
bombed.
family members, like bought her gifts, rented cars, flew. Did he fly anywhere for you?
Changed my flight.
Changed her flight. Like crazy.
It's crazy.
No.
Sneak peek. We'll
Okay,
get
that's
into it next
sneak
week.
peek. We'll be diving into the love bombing episode 3. Episode
Next
3
week.
next week.
Tune in.
Tune in. Send your stories to sisandspill@gmail.com. And we have lots of feedback to give. I got a root canal on Friday.
And
Have
she
you ever?
called me and she was like,
Half my face was numb. Have you had a root canal before?
never.
Okay. Me either. I have great teeth. I've never had a cavity. I go to my dentist every 6 months. And I don't have like a horror like situation with going to the dentist. I don't enjoy the dentist. I think like the sounds that in your mouth, like it's pretty cringy.
Yeah.
But the root canal had me shaking. So the nurse or dental hygienist, I don't know the position title, she had to hold my hand, Juliet. They had to put, you know, the x-ray vests that are weighted?
Yeah.
So they laid me down and they put x-ray vests on my legs, like stomach region and chest to act as a weighted blanket to help calm me.
Wait, what? Like, as soon as you got in there, you were just stressed about it, or
As well, as soon as she mentioned like the numbing agent, the shot,
you're like,
I started tweaking. The only other time I've gotten anxiety shakes like that was before labor. So,
oh, fuck. I'm like, labor versus root canal. That's a crazy difference.
but no, just the anxiety part. And like I had a horrible labor.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I think maybe because that's like the last like traumatic medical event that I had. So this, I just start immediately shaking. And the dentist is like, we can reschedule. There's things that we can do for you. We can give you like heavier medication, numb you, like you will have to have somebody like take you to and like from home type of thing.
Yeah.
And you'll be kind of like down for the count. I'm like, I have a 15-month-old. Like, I don't want a whole day down for the count. It was Friday. We just had George that was sick at home Tuesday through Thursday. I knew the weekend was about to be absolute hell. I was like, we've got to get this done. They were like, we can reschedule. We reschedule. I'm not coming back. Like, I
I'm sticking with this dude for life.
and she was trying to be motivational. She was like, "You came today. You showed up." I was like, "No, but you don't know me. I'll push it back." I already pushed it back 2 months because they called me once asking if I could adjust my appointment by 20 minutes and I said I couldn't. So we had to move it all the way to
You're like,
April.
next year? You're like, next year?
Like, no, bad. So she puts the weighted blanket on me. Well, it's a blanket, then the weighted vests. Then she's holding my hands. She was so sweet. And then
That's nice.
yeah. And then the dentist starts shaking my mouth as a distraction while she gives the shots. If you're getting a root canal, make sure they're shaking your cheek like
Because you
this.
won't even know.
You won't even know. It wasn't even that bad. I was freaking out for
You
nothing.
look like a fish on a hook.
That's kind of how it felt. It was not bad at all. Like, I don't know,
Nothing.
8 out of 10. I would say 10 out of 10
Okay,
experience.
experience.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like the weighted blanket vibe is like, sounds nice. Like, even if
Yeah,
I'm not having anxiety, like, can you put that on me at the dentist no matter what? Like,
exactly.
that
I
would make my
felt,
experience a lot better.
no, it did.
Guess what I'm doing tonight?
What are you doing tonight?
I'm going to cover three.
What's cover 3?
It's a little like American bar by my house because I'm watching the game. Houston versus Florida March Madness championship game.
I'm not a big basketball gal.
Loser.
I know you played. I never ever saw you play either. That was in
I
your
know.
Washington era.
I
Wait,
played
did you play
all
in
throughout.
Texas as well?
Yeah, I played in high school too.
All
I was a
4 years?
baller. All 4 years. I made varsity, or I made JV my freshman year, and then I was on varsity sophomore through senior year.
Wow,
Yeah,
Buggy. And
I
you're a
know.
you're a shot A.
I know. But
Because how tall are you again?
5'4". I'm so small. I was shooting guard though. So
I don't
I
know what
just
that
had to be I
means.
was like semi fast, so that's like all you really need.
Okay.
But my senior year I was over it though. I was like I fucking hate basketball. I never want to do this again.
Did you make a 2025 bingo card?
No. I should though. I definitely should.
Wait, do you want to see Garrett's 2025 bingo card?
Yeah. It's probably like win a fucking game or something.
Okay, guys, so we got together with our friends for New Year's Eve at their house, and I brought coloring stuff so that everybody can make a bingo card. Here we go. Garrett, my husband's bingo card. Work out at least 3 times a week. He's actually doing that. He looks really good. He's lost some weight. Read read or listen to 5 books. I haven't seen him crack open a single book.
And we're
It's
in April.
we're in April. Quarter one's done. Okay. Date night with tea 2 times a month.
But just with you, no baby.
Yeah.
How many times has it been?
We've maybe gone 2 times this year. I'm serious that like it's hard to get a babysitter, and I don't even understand where people get babysitters.
Yeah.
I also
Especially
don't,
one you trust.
and like sometimes like I don't want to go on a date night. Like
Yeah.
I want to like hang out with you and maybe change it up and do something different at home,
But
but
not out.
not out. We don't gotta go out. And like if you get a babysitter, like are we gonna be home late? I don't want to be home late. I like to be home early.
I'm in bed by 9 type of gal.
I told Garrett that that was just a silly goal. Um, Rage less in video games.
Has he been raging less?
No, I had to shut his door the other night because he was being so loud, and his office is next to George's room.
Oh my God. You just need to next time just bring in the bingo card and point to that one thing when he's yelling and be like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, he marked something off of his bingo card. 1 month of no drinking.
Ooh, that's good.
He did 1 month, and that's true. I feel
Dry
like that's got to
January?
be like, no, he actually did a random leading
Okay.
up to that race we did. He did no
Oh,
drinking
okay, that's good.
because you get like a free beer when you finish the race and like a beer ticket when you finish. So
So
he
that
was
was
like,
his
that's gonna,
prize.
yeah, he was like, that's gonna be my goal. Like, and he gets my
That's
ticket too.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good goal.
Do laundry for Taylor.
Has he done that for you?
I haven't seen a single load get put in that washing machine. Okay,
It's
that's
the
it.
thought that counts.
There's a ton. There's actually way more, but I'm not reading all these. There's a lot.
I need to do that. Maybe I'll do that like tomorrow.
What, make a bingo card?
In April bingo, April through December bingo card.
Okay, I did see on Pinterest though, so there's our bingo cards. I actually ran out of space on my bingo card,
Oh,
so
that's cute.
I wrote more. Yeah, they're like actually like fun looking.
Yeah, those are cute.
Bingo.
I like that.
I did like the ones, and it was done by like a girlfriend group online. They did monthly bingo cards, and it was only like, I don't know, 6 squares total. But I thought like having monthly goals is so much easier to
Easier
make
than a
them. Like,
year.
yes, I used to have a New Year's resolution, but my New Year's resolution was to make like specific and measurable
Goals.
monthly goals. Yes, it was never like this is what I want just this year. Because I found that like super overwhelming, but doing them monthly like felt a lot better. And I feel like I got way more done because I was like, well, this month it's obvious that I can do da 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 da.
Yeah. I think I might do that then.
You
It'll help
should.
me.
I'll do it with you. I went to hot yoga today.
Yay! Core Power or somewhere else?
Namaste. I went to Modo Yoga. I don't think oh, that's a lie. They do have studios outside because when I was filling out the form, I had to pick location. So I had to pick Ohio. But Modo Yoga, it was good. It was on ClassPass. I'm trying out ClassPass.
Oh, a lot of people like ClassPass. Like a lot.
I don't know if I can. I know you love Lifetime, but I just want to give ClassPass a chance first because I'm loving the running situation that I'm doing. So I'm really just looking for filler, and I feel like that's what ClassPass would be great at because then I could
And
literally be like, "Oh,
go
you know what?
anywhere.
I'm feeling this. I'll go there."
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going to have another baby. Let's just put it at that.
Yeah.
I think like maybe one kid is really, really chic.
Especially like you just have to go through everything all over again and you've already kind of passed the hump. So it's like
Yeah.
again to restart.
Again, I don't
It's
know if I
kind of a
can
lot.
restart. I don't know if I can.
I mean, I was a
I th-
single ch
I was
I
actually
was
going to
like
ask you.
yeah, I was basically an only child for a while. And I don't know. I had a great time. I had a lot of friends that I loved. And you
Yeah.
have people that you're close to that are close in age with George, which is
Yeah.
nice. Like,
Right.
so he'll have other people.
Yeah, he will. There's something that I am really latching on to. It's like the idea of like when we go on trips, like Garrett and I being his like source of entertainment
And
versus
not
him
having
having
another.
his, yeah. My mind kind of goes there, which is kind of ridiculous. I mean, how many trips do we really go on per year where this would
Yeah.
even be like a factor? But I don't know, because then I flip and I'm just like, one kid's kind of cool. We don't
It's
feel
kind of
spread thin.
lit.
I'm staying on top of laundry with one kid. I feel
We're
pretty good.
chilling.
I've lost 20 pounds. I don't know.
I don't
But
know either.
those are all kind of like selfish reasons, but I don't know, dude.
Just think about it. You have some time.
Yeah, you're kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Everybody says like it's selfish to have a child, but then when you don't want to have more than one, then you're being selfish also. So,
It's just like pros and cons for each one. So
for
see what's be
sure.
works better for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Garrett and I said that we're going to reassess after George turns 2, and there's something that I love about like it not even being on the table. Like I kind of
Yeah.
love the fact George doesn't even turn 2 till December.
You don't have to think about
Then
it.
don't even have to think about it until pretty
Yeah.
much 2026, and that feels really good.
I love that for you guys.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Sis and Spill. Please send us your
Yes.
spillage.
Yeah, we want to hear what your tea is. So
Give
send it to
us the tea.
sisandspill@gmail.com.
And we will more than likely have a really weird, unhinged way that we relate to the story. If you watched last week's episode, you know what we mean.
Okay.
Well, we will see you next
See you next
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.